I'm excited tonight. Now then, me and Nat fancy a slap-up steak dinner. I know what you're thinking. A nice beef sirloin or a juicy New York strip. Maybe a massive T-bone steak. Well, the Thais have a slightly different take on a steak restaurant, and we're going to be having a look at one of those tonight because they are actually very affordable here. So let's go in and see what a Thai steak restaurant can do for us. Welcome to the Gamboom Restaurant here in Phuket. We're going to take a little look through the menu because I'm sure you're curious to find out what steaks are on this menu. So come on, let's start off. Now maybe you want a starter. So they've got some salads, different choices, and then we move on to the steaks. Now you're probably thinking, Thailand, steaks. They don't do beef steaks. Well, they do beef steaks, but the beef steaks aren't what I would recommend you have. Instead, I would recommend you have the chicken or the pork. There is a very good reason why I recommend this, and we will go into that later in the video. The first thing you need to know, you have to decide on your meat of pleasure. Once you've decided on the meat that you wish to devour, you then pair it with a nice sauce. So you can have a black pepper, a spicy barbecue, or a brown sauce, even a tartar sauce, because they also have salmon steaks and mackerel steaks. Going further into the menu, they do have a choices of spaghetti, appetizers, different cheese dishes to go with your food. These type restaurants are quite good value for money, to say the least. As you can see, a nice grilled chicken steak there, or maybe you want a deep fried chicken steak. Pork steaks, again, around the same price, whereas the beef steaks are a little bit more expensive. But really, if you're going to choose beef, then you want to be looking at an imported Australian beef. So me and Nat are going to have a browse and decide on what we're going to eat this evening, and then I'll come back to you in a little while. So while we're waiting for our food to arrive, I just want to mention that there are many restaurants here that do steaks. So this is just one. Of course, I will put all the details in the description down below if you want to come to this particular one, because each restaurant have their own way of doing the steaks. One of our favorite restaurants besides this one that we're at tonight is A Steak Tonight, and they've got 4 branches across the island, one of those in Patong. So if you're staying in Patong, you can go and check that out. Great restaurant, The Steaks Tonight, because all the branches do the same menu. They're all the same prices. So whether you eat in Phuket town or eat in Patong, it will cost you the same. And they have a great choice of steaks on the menu, just the same as here, as well as spaghetti dishes, a little bit of Thai food, and a few appetizers as well. And then we have home steak, which is another favorite of mine. I've covered that some time back, and they do the monster platters there. So if you're after a real feast, then home steak is a great place to check out. Another one that I should mention is Steak Naidam. Again, they have a slightly different take on the way they do their steaks. So quite a few to choose from across the island. So no matter where you're staying in Phuket, you're going to be able to find a steak restaurant. Now, I have been here last week and had the chicken, I guess you'd call it a schnitzel, but they call it a deep fried chicken steak in breadcrumbs, but really it's a chicken schnitzel, and what a monster that was. Fantastic steak, one to check out if you're after a deep fried steak. Nat has also had the normal chicken steak, so we've done this so you can get a feel for the food here. All the steaks come with a side salad and some French fries. Of course, you can order many extras, just have a check on the menu. Nat's steak has arrived before mine. So Nat's had a pork shoulder steak with mozzarella cheese. And
Black
what sauce?
pepper.
Ah, you've had the black pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I have to eat first.
Go on then, tuck in. Now what you've got to remember, this steak is just over $2, and I think for just over $2, that is fantastic value. Nicely cooked. Nat orders the pork steak quite a lot. Well, the pork shoulder steak quite a lot. You like this steak, don't you, Nat?
Yeah.
Takes a little bit longer to cook, but it's worth the wait, is it?
Yeah. You want to try? Come on.
Okay, so Nat's sharing a steak. I'm privileged. With the mozzarella, it really gives the steak some extra flavour. Really nice.
If you dip with the black pepper sauce,
Yeah,
you can
I
dip.
should.
I
Too
can
late.
share. I can share one more.
It's okay, I can wait.
No, one more.
Well, Nat's been generous tonight. So, let's cut off another small piece, dip it in the black pepper sauce with some extra flavour. Now each restaurant you will find the sauces vary, and I've got to say this particular one there, black pepper sauce, is excellent. Really nice balance of the pepper with the sauce. Okay, slight technical glitch there. The camera recorded the video but no sound. So if you're wondering why there's a piece missing out my steak, it hasn't come from the kitchen like that. It's because I've already took a chunk out and we're having to redo this. So there is my steak, and I have had the pork sirloin with the mozzarella cheese. Now you can add bacon to it as well. There's a few different options, whatever you want. And I have had the spicy barbecue sauce with this. And I'm going to take another slice of this delicious steak because I already know that it's really nicely cooked. And I'm just going to show you. You can see there. Now I'm going to dunk it into this. And it is a little bit spicy, this one, but it's beautiful with the barbecue sauce. I want to do a Mark Queen's here where it goes, oh, like that. That is really good. Bear in mind, we're talking about a few dollars for this meal, which I think is fantastic value and definitely something you want to try if you're coming over here. You've got to try the Thai style steaks because they are just mega. They really are. So now I'm going to enjoy this meal. I shall come back to you shortly. Cheers. I have really enjoyed that steak. A $2 steak. Drop me some comments in the section down below. Let me know your thoughts. But I think that is absolutely fantastic value and a delicious steak. Now, I did mention at the start of the video I don't recommend the beef steaks. I haven't tried the beef steaks at this particular restaurant, but I have in the past and was a little bit disappointed because, of course, you need Australian beef and you're not going to be able to buy that for $2. It's just not going to happen. But the pork and the chicken steaks, the fish steaks, which Nat loves, they are the ones to check out and go for. Add all your extras on top of it and it'll just blow you away. The taste, the value, it's just outstanding. And this Gamboom Restaurant is one that I recommend you come and visit. If not this one, then there are a few others that are available and I will list them in the description. So check that out, and if you're after a steak, then these are the way to go. That's it for tonight. Drop me some comments, leave me some feedback. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget, I don't ask very often, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon.